What's up YouTube, this is Joe from Zip4 Games and I'm bringing to you guys a Galaxy Eyes deck update for you. I've been playtesting with this deck a lot recently, ever since the Afterglow Dragon got released and everything, and I just, again, I've been putting so much work into this, constantly trying out new builds, new ideas, new strategies and everything, new techs and spices, and I feel like I've got a build that I'm very comfortable with, very happy with, and it pumps out a lot of negates on first turn and can do very easy OTKs going second, and it's done so well that you can put in your own personal text, your own personal tweaks to it to make it feel more yourself, depending on how you play and what you like to play with, so on and so forth. So with all that said and done, before I get into this, and if you enjoy this, give us a like and subscribe, ding that notification bell, because obviously if you enjoy personal content here on YouTube, you don't want to miss out on that content, and that notification bell helps prevent that. And what I greatly appreciate, and we thank you guys so much for doing so. So with all that said and done, let's get into this Galaxy Eyes deck profile. So as per usual, you gotta have your free Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragons. Yep, still love this ratio of two ulties, one ghost. I love it so much. Love them to bits. And yes, you gotta play free Galaxy Eyes because you burn through these very quickly, and they're used for so much of your players. They're used for basically everything in your deck. So triple Galaxy Eyes. I'm actually just playing 2 Afterglow Dragons. I see a lot of people playing 3. One's definitely not enough. 3 I feel find it will brick too much. So you do need a Galaxy Eyes on board to get the free summon, but he is so good in the deck, so useful, such a good extender, so it is warranted that you can play 3. I'm just waiting on my 3rd one to arrive in the post as of recording this, which will hopefully be soon. But even then, I still feel like 2 is just perfect. I've never felt like I needed the 3rd. You can recur it so easily searchable with a card that we're playing in the deck. And just overall, great card. So 2 Afterglow Dragon. I'm going to put in the 1 Galaxy Knight. I can't remember if this was in the last build out as a one-off, but I just never feel like I need the 2nd. 3 is way too much, obviously, but I feel like I just never need a 2nd. I tend to just get this when I need it. After first turn, you've got essentially everything already supplied, already fueled up, so I never feel like I need the 2nd to keep going after turn 1. So at the moment, just the 1 Galaxy Knight. You get it when you need it. So easy. And just why I'm playing the 1 of 2 Galaxy Brave, the alternative of the deck. You reel a Photon in your hand, summon itself. So this is the thing, I see a lot of people playing Thrasher, and in testing I feel like if you're playing Thrasher in your deck, just up the copies of Brave, because Brave is just basically a Thrasher. As long as you have the Photon in hand, like the reason you're going to be playing Thrasher is that you can get that Photon on board, or to get your Photon Advancer to the field. But Brave can do the exact same thing, and it's always live in the game because you just reveal any Photon, it's just a free summon. So I feel like 2 Brave is perfectly fine. I've never felt like Thrasher was needed as much as I do miss Thrasher because he's so OG. 2 Brave is perfectly fine. Does everything I want that playing Thrasher would do. 3 copies of Galaxy Soldier, basic, standard. 3 copies of Photon Orbital, nice and cheaper now. Tempted to upgrade to to secrets, but I like my OG original prints. So 3 Orbital, 2 Vanisher. I never feel like I dropped this down, but in testing it can brick a lot. If you have multiples of this in hand, it is quite dead and it is quite painful. So in testing, 2 copies is perfectly fine. I tend to search it off the Orbital in my combos and then get that on board and then go off. So I feel like 2 is perfectly fine. You still play the rotor to search it, so that's not a problem. So yeah, in testing at the moment, I'm actually really enjoying just 2 Vanisher. 2 Wizard, really good in testing now. I felt like I just felt like I was just being silly dropping it down. Wizard just comes out so good. It really just does unbrick your hands, just being that nice normal summon. Can adjust its level, can go into your rank 4s or rank 8s, and then even distribute itself to search any galaxy card in your deck to then help extend your plays. So 2 Wizard. 1 Cleric. I'm actually really liking the Cleric tech at the moment. This is a nice normal summon later in the game. Shuffle back 5 Photon Galaxy cards in your graveyard, and then draw 2. Really, really nice card. I do really like it. So that's for the Photon and Galaxy stuff. I'm actually playing 5 non-Photon Galaxy cards to be techs and extenders in the deck. So 1 Chaos Dragon Legionnaire. It's literally a 1 card rank 8 as long as your graveyard setup is absolutely phenomenal. And it's searchable with a card in the deck. 2 copies of Galactic Spiral Dragon. So this is essentially 2 more copies of Galaxy Brave, but can be played if you have Galaxy Brave in your hand, because you're going to have 2 lights on your field. Guaranteed. Because you're on all light based deck. So this is a free level 8 extender that you can summon to your board. So long as you're not locked under any restrictions in your deck, barring Galaxy Trance or Galaxy Expedition, Photon Sanctuary. So as long as you're not locked under those, this is always just a nice free extender for your board to go into your rank 8s or link plays. And even cool things that if you have, like, let's say like Photon Orbitals or Vanishers on the board, this can make them all level 8. So you can even just keep going. It's just such a good card. 1 very spicy tech I see no one playing. I'm trying it out at the moment. It hasn't been popping up because I've been playing as a one-off, so that's fair. But in theory, this should work. This can be very good. And that's 1 Overlay Booster. So I'm not playing this just because it's a kite card. No, I'm playing this just because this can help you do with your rank 5 plays without having to search another soldier off your soldier. So if you have this in hand, you can still make your Constellar Pallades, which I play over the Cyber Dragon package just because it requires less in my extra deck. And so this can be a free extender for that. It can be a free extender for your link plays. It can be a free extender for your rank 5 plays. If you have the Galactic Spy on board, it can be technically a rank 8 play as well. And then later on, past turn 1, you can just banish it from your graveyard and up your rank's attack based on how many materials that they have. So if you have, like, let's say if you make your Prime Photon to go in for the kill, you use your booster, bump it by an additional 1,000 to 5,000, use its own effect to then bump it even more, and then if you detached an Afterglow, it's guaranteed game, like even more game than you already had. So it's just some spicy text that you can plays that you can do with the Overlay Booster, just because it is the free summon. It's just really cool. I really like it. I'm trying it out. You can search it off the Isolde, which, surprise, surprise, we're playing Isolde. It's a really good card. I really like it, and it's a light as well. And then to round up the monsters, 1 for Noble Knight Renaud. Part of your Isolde play, but we're not playing it like how I was playing it in my previous profile with it. We're actually just using it to go into a further link, which you'll see later on. And we're not doing like link creep or shenanigans. So that's it for monsters. Moving on to spells, the 1 Rotor, search all of our warriors. Triple trading, because we're playing even more level 8s in the deck, especially with the Galactic Spiral. Great discard for that. 3 copies of Melody of the Awakening Dragons. Yes, I'm actually playing this in the deck now just because this is just so good. It just adds so much consistency to the deck. You get your Galaxy Eyes and you get your Afterglows, and then you start going off from there. It's absolutely phenomenal card. Playing as a 3 of at the moment just to see how it goes, and I'm really liking it so far. So 3 copies of Melody Awakening Dragons. If you don't like playing 3 Melody, I would probably bump the Expeditions to 3. So this ratio can like swap bounce between the 2, but I like how I only played the 2 Expedition over the 3 because it's searchable for my Wizard. So that's the reason why I'm playing that. And I'm playing 3 more Photon Galaxy one-offs, and one of them you'll probably, a lot of you are going to be like, what the hell are you doing, Joe? The 1 Photon Sanctuary, 1 0, and 1 Galaxy Trance. Joe, you're insane. Why are you playing just one Sanctuary? It's a literal one card rank 2. I understand that, and it's great for that. I don't like though how it restricts the deck so badly. Because if you're playing free Sanctuary, you have to only play lights in your extra deck. It's standard. You have to just play only lights, and that really limits the rank 8 and other potentials that you can play in your deck by restricting yourself to Sanctuaries. You'll see how playing some not as many, not extravagant amount, but I'm playing some non-lights in my extra, which adds the additional stun potentials of going first plays that you can do in this deck. I'm only picking the one Sanctuary. I have not missed it whatsoever, dropping it down from 3. You can play perfectly fine without the Sanctuary. It makes some of your plays easier, I don't deny that, but I'm really enjoying just the one Sanctuary. You search it when you get it, you get it when you want it. It's not difficult to get it when you need it. You can search this off your Lord after you do your first turn play, so that way your next turn you can go cool Sanctuary, make Soul Flare, bounce, return something to hand, go off from there. So it's a good recovery play if you play it like that. It's a really strong recovery card if you play it like that. And then you can play perfectly fine going first without it. So I'm only playing the one Sanctuary, 1-0. You ditch off the Isolde, really good. You get it back off the Renaud. And then the one Galaxy Trans, you can also search this off your Photon Lord, which is what I tend to do. As again, another one card play going past turn 1. The one copy of Call by the Grove, you want to you get hurt by his hand traps, and 3 Tachyon Transmigration. Such a busted card in this deck because you get Galaxy Eyes and then you just negate everything in Chain Links. It's just absolutely absurd. I don't know why my voice did that, but oh well. Moving on to the extra deck now. We're playing for the rank 9. One Cypher Blade. I'm not playing the Photon Armor. In all honesty, I didn't really want to play Cypher Blade either. Once we get the Cypher X Dragon, I'll definitely be playing that over this. In all honesty, I never felt like you need it. You don't really need to pop things when your monsters are just stupidly big as they are. I feel like you never really need to pop stuff. There are probably some instances where I need to pop things instead of just punching over it, especially with like back row stuff, and that's why I feel like Cypher Blade's better, because it can pop anything, whereas full armor Photon can only really pop monsters. So that's why I preferred the Cypher Blade. I kept the Cypher Blade in for that back row removal potential and other stuff, but in all honesty, you can perfectly play without this because again, your monsters are so big. You don't really need to start popping them with effects. One Prime Photon Lord is practically your big boss monster now. The one Tachyon Dragon, I'll never take this card out. I just love it so much. The one Photon Lord, like, I never felt like... I understand the reasoning why you play 2. One for your main play, one for your recovery, but I've never needed to play the second, so that's why I took the second copy out and I put something else in. So I've never felt like I needed to play the second one. Plus, you can just shuffle them back, you can recur them, things like that. So, all I say, I've never felt like you need to play the second. So if you can only afford one, because I know he's jumped up in price like nearly 30 quid now, which is insane. You can get away with just the one Lord. The one Titanic Galaxy, Spawn Negate. The one Felground, incredibly important now because of Afterglow for going first. To set up your first turn play and use Afterglow a bit more efficiently, you make the Felground detach Afterglow off the Felground and then negate, protect something on your board, which then Afterglow can resolve, get you another Galaxy. So you got another body to either link play extender or rank 8. Make a second rank 8, and you still have the one material left on your Felground for an additional effect negation on your opponent's turn. So Felground very important, and this is the reason why dropping Sanctuary to 1 really ups the deck, because you can play things like Surround the Sky Prison. This is essentially a rank 8 Abyss Dweller, which is absolutely incredible, and gets really big and it's just really good. So by dropping Sentry, you can actually play things like this, which is really good for the deck. An additional form of disruption that isn't just monster negation. One Conserve Ladies and the one Stylish Photon Blast Dragon to round up the XCs. For links, what I was hinting to at before is with the one Apollosa Bow of the Goddess. You can make this so easily in your first turn board. This deck can pump boards of like a Sky Prison, a Felgrand, and a Apollosa, like a 3 material Apollosa, which is just absolutely insane. So you got 4 effect negations and a graveyard stun, which is just phenomenal for this deck. If you didn't want to like make the graveyard stun, you can swap that card out for like a Titanic Galaxy. So you got 1 spell negate and 4 monster negates. It's just insane. Being able to make Apollosa in this deck thanks to as well is just incredibly easy and incredibly efficient. So I'm playing the one Apollosa. It's just a attacker that I put back in the deck just to play around with. The one Galaxy Satellite Dragon can make your numbers very, very big. Combo that with Afterglow, you could probably have like nearly 30,000 Prime Photon, which is just busted. So I'm just trying it out at the moment. It is easy to bring out. You play a lot of dragons now, so I'm just trying out the one Satellite Dragon. If you wanted to, especially since I'm playing the Tachyon Dragon as well, you can make him really big, which is just really nice. So you have an additional forms of big OTK makers. Double Soul Flare, 1 for your play, 1 for your recovery. 1 Union Carrier, combos very well with the Photon Orbital. And the 1 Isolde, your main go-to first link maker, link play maker, as opposed to the Soul Flare. So that, guys, is the deck. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave your comments down below what you think of this. I'm really enjoying this build at the moment. It's just, it flows so well, plays so nicely. Again, did a lot of testing, a lot of research, and yeah, I'm really enjoying this build. Can't wait till Cypher X Dragon comes out. Once that comes out, the deck will change. Not too badly, not too much, but there's additional text that we can then play. The main engine I'm thinking of playing once Cypher X comes out is the Odd Eyes package, which involves 3 Odd Eyes fusions and the Rampage and the Dark Rebellion Odd Eyes Pendulum Exceeders that you play in your extra, because then Cypher X can then bring those back and then do some nice OTK punches with those. So that's definitely something to look forward to, and invest if you're investing for the Photon future. So as always, guys, like, comment, and subscribe. Till next time, as always, happy dueling.